Hello, I'm Dr. Jeff Anderson with the Intermountain Medical Center Heart Institute. I'm just delighted to have my good friend, colleague, Dr. Elliot Brinton, who is director of the Utah Lipid Center.
Yes.
And he's a nationally known expert in lipids, and I wanted to ask him what he thought about these new lipid guidelines. What should we make out of those, Elliot?
Let me say this. I'm a member of the board of directors for the National Lipid Association. The National Lipid Association participated in the generation of the guidelines. We endorse them. That being said, it is actually also a little bit of an improvement, I think, over 2013. We've got more on patient shared decision making. We've got some good stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff. I wish that we had more about non-HDL. Non-HDL, I think, is a much better number than LDL. I know we talk about LDL, but non-HDL, I think, is better. Yep. There's very little about non-HDL. There's another issue about the direction of your greater than and less than signs. If you're saying greater than a given number, that's a threshold. There's a lot of threshold, which is totally appropriate, and we need that, because if we're talking about using PCSK9s, it's a big question. Yes or no, got to be above a given threshold. Okay. Now, the less than is the goal. They do not use the G word in the guidelines, and I wish they did. So not speaking on behalf of the NLA, just speaking on behalf of me, right. I wish they used goals. Now, another big problem is this. The title says cholesterol. You go into the middle, there are pages on triglyceride. That's okay, except they failed to acknowledge the fact that we're in a state of flux for triglycerides. They didn't really talk about that. And there's one little class of, quote, triglyceride-lowering drugs that they did not mention. And that class of drugs is the prescription omega-3 class. It's not mentioned in that guideline. So I wish they had, and you may ask me, why do I wish they had?
Right, we'll get to that in just a minute.
Okay, but anyway.
Thanks so much. So
Thank you.
Thanks, Elliot, and more on the guidelines later.
Yes, to be continued. Thank you.